Just get this a little warmed up. So a little term I was playing with on a conversation was the idea of an aura explorer. So I think that a lot of the most charismatic, most influential, most effective, most interesting, most successful people at their core have incredible aura. They can attract attention, they can attract talent, they can attract capital, they can attract engineers, designers, supporters, fans. Like whatever they do, reality seems to kind of mold around them. And at their core, they have cultivated phenomenal aura. The ingredients for this can be different depending on how somebody approaches their craft. So in music, that can be stage presence, it can be the energy one brings to the recording studio, it can be the way you put out your music, it can be the album kind of art, it can be social media presence. There are so many aspects to a great musician's creative output today, particularly with how they interact on social media. But I think that at its core, people listen to great musicians because they have aura. And I also think the same is true of founders. I've been around some truly incredible founders in their early days before they were widely known in society. And every single time they had incredible aura. They were cultivating a level of care around their product that is really hard to articulate until you see it in person. The role I find myself occupying is trying to locate these individuals with extremely high aura, or extremely cultivated aura, or extremely interesting aura. And that has taken me to the perimeter of musicians that speak to me and the limits of founder explorations and startups. Me to rocket businesses, robotics startups, payments companies, crypto networks, gigs, parties, Burning Man, Africa Burn, all kinds of festivals. But at the core of what I am doing, if I was to distill it down, I would argue that I am an aura explorer. I am trying to find people who have that magical quality that we all are drawn to in different ways. The thing is that humans respond to primal level. If you can tell a great story, if you can explore the nature of the human experience, if you can connect with people deeply, it creates a kind of aura around you. I don't know if any of you who are watching have been to a gig that you can't stop thinking about, or a speech from a truly great orator, or a presentation from an incredible executive. But every single time, the dynamic is going to be one person speaking or performing and many other people listening. It's also the nature of people who are incredibly gifted at streaming. If you know how to connect with thousands of people at once and keep their attention, clearly you have cultivated incredible aura. And that's what I'm looking for, honestly. I'm looking for people who have aura, who've cultivated their aura, who've worked on their aura, and who are attracting truly brilliant people into their world and building either political movements or musical movements or company-based movements. And they are doing things with their existence. They are changing things up. They are playing with the video game of life. And so as an aura explorer, I'm trying to find these people and help them. And what's amazing is that people who've cultivated this aura, they can do so long before they're financially successful or socially recognized or hugely popular. So let's take Kanye West. Don't know if anybody is a fan, but Kanye West has unbelievable aura. Now, on Netflix, there is a documentary which shows you how he cultivated that aura. And it is called Genius. And it's using a misspelling of the term genius. And it is on Netflix under JEEN-YUHS. And it is a phonetic description of his genius. And that is how people described him, is a genius. Now, Kanye is just aura personified. When people are around him, they feel the magic. And he has an enormous and extremely loyal fan base because of the aura that he has cultivated. The special thing about Kanye is that he had this aura when nobody cared about him, when he was a nobody. And he cultivated this privately. It completely changed his reality, right? Like he was able, I'm just trying to get this working. He was able to cultivate this aura privately and then sell it publicly. Now, another person who has extreme aura is Patrick Collison of Stripe. He is perhaps the most effective person I have ever seen work, and he is totally focused on making the absolute best software in the world. Now, Patrick is truly one of a kind. He's probably one of the most well-read people or erudite people I have ever met. He has read hundreds of books in the last few years, thousands of books in his life. He consumes papers, scientific journals, latest research, millions of blog posts and tweets, and he's built up this incredible aura around his intelligence. And he is the founder of Stripe, which is a payments company, which has grown from a $10 million valuation to a $140 billion valuation. And I first heard about it when it was worth $100 million. So since I have met him, the organization that he has stewarded and created and built and driven has increased 10 times in value to $1 billion, then 100 times in value to 100 billion, and onwards up to 140 billion. So it has increased in value 1,400 times since I have known him. That is truly remarkable, to go from 100 million to, or 10 million to 100 million to $1 billion to 5 billion to 50 billion to 100 billion to 140 billion. And Stripe is now 3 times the market capitalization of PayPal, which was the company they seeked to
challenge when they started the company. So if you imagine when PayPal was started, it was part of eBay, and nobody thought they could change or challenge eBay. And then PayPal spun out and it was worth many tens of billions. And all that time, Stripe was going up. It had a bit of a bumpy road in the pandemic, but it has engineered a truly incredible growth story and made all of its investors fantastically wealthy. And most importantly, it's made all of the employees extremely wealthy. But at its core, Patrick is a founder who has cultivated an incredible aura. And I was lucky enough to be in the presence of that kind of 14 years ago, 2012. Now, the question is who is putting out great aura today and who is going to put out incredible aura tomorrow? Because that is where the best music is, the best companies are, the most interesting political movements. And here are some people I would point to. Obviously, on this platform, Speed, or iShowSpeed, is an aura maxing individual. His athleticism, his work ethic, his understanding of youth culture, his grind. Speed just knows how to get his viewers involved. So I'd say in the streaming domain, Speed has today got incredible aura. I think there are a bunch of other streamers that are coming up that are very exciting. In the political domain, one of the people who's building incredible aura in the United Kingdom is Rupert Lowe. And he's doing that on X and by creating fantastic videos to explain what he is doing in Parliament. So Rupert Lowe in the political scene has incredible aura. And then in the startup space, I want to speak a little bit about a chap called Oliver Stark, who is the founder of Halcyon Robotics. And he is creating incredible robots that people can use and cultivating an amazing aura around his. And it's truly amazing to witness, to be around these people as they cultivate this energy is just one of the greatest joys in my life. The thing that I've really noticed about these people is that they deeply, deeply care about like the nature of the work or the creation. So if that's music, they're trying to create, just something beautiful that people want to listen to. If it's a company, they're trying to create something extremely useful. If it's a political movement, they're trying to bring about change in the system. And they have realized that the more they can cultivate their aura, the more attractive they are to people who are extremely effective. So you want to attract the best producers, the best set designers for your gigs, the best labels, the best A&R folks. In the political space, you want to attract other young MPs, organizers, people who can give you money. And in the startup space, you want to attract best engineers, the best designers, and the most effective people who understand how to execute your business. So the king of aura in business is obviously Elon Musk. He's gone from a small loan from and a small quantum of capital for a student loan to the richest man in the world by attracting the very best technical talent on earth. And he has incredible aura. Like, you can love him or hate him, but I'm currently sat in a car that is driving itself, and I am speaking to you using Starlink, which is distributing this video stream up to the internet, through a network of satellites that he launched. And you can't deny that the man can retain technical talent. You can disagree with anything else, but the man has aura. And I'm looking for people who are cultivating that that aura now, and where that will be appreciated both spiritually and financially in the future. The beautiful thing about this term and the beautiful thing about the nature of aura is that we all kind of instinctually respond to it. We don't have to quantify it. We don't have to, we don't have to reduce it down to the number of followers or the number of votes or the number of dollars. We can see the effects of this aura in the way these people conduct themselves, and the numbers will follow, right? Steve Jobs was famously very quick to avoid discussing numbers when talking about products with Johnny Ive and his design team, but the numbers speak for themselves with Apple. I think Coldplay, they focus incredibly deeply on craft and musical experience and their incredible gigs. And, I think Chris Martin is aware of the numbers, the revenue they're generating, number of gigs, how long they've gone, but doing things at Coldplay for the numbers. And similarly, I think that numbers can describe the impact of aura after it has been cultivated. But the aura itself is starting in a deeply personal place, and it is cultivated with an intense desire to change things. And I am seeing this happen a lot more frequently. The more I explore aura as a concept, the more I pay attention to it, the more I think about it. It doesn't matter if the domain is music or startups or politics or any industry. I can sense the aura, and I, as an aura explorer, am there to try and locate it. And just like we all feel love at some point, and we feel hate, and we feel happy, and we feel sad, I think I feel somebody's aura fairly quickly. I wouldn't say I'm the best at it, but I definitely feel like there is a magical quality to people that I try to help. So, yeah, I think that's really where I'm at in my journey. It's what I'm trying to cultivate. It's what I'm trying to focus on. It's what I'm trying to help with. And just clarifying it in 2 words is special to me. So that's why I'm trying to stream this thought, and then I'll collect this thought and see where it goes. But yeah, I really do think that the nature of being an aura explorer is a fun. It's something that I enjoy doing, and yeah, it's kind of fulfilling, I think. Alrighty, I'll leave that there. That was really fun, and thank you for listening in. All right, goodbye.